Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Thank you, Jim.
Larry, a news release came out from the company yesterday. What was in it?
Oh, we were talking about a coverage we got out of Washington State, a group of universities, and the state itself actually sent somebody up to examine our process, and they came out with a report, so we put out a news release that our technology was featured by the Joint Center for Deployment and Research in Earth Abundant Materials out of Washington State. And that was a big feather in our cap to be featured, a Canadian company, by the state of Washington. So we put that release out. It's starting to catch a little bit of traction today. And we put it out yesterday. First time we put it out during the day, and that's the last time I'll put it out during the day. It seems like people don't bother reading them till the evening or the first thing in the morning. So we want to get ours out first thing in the morning. So that's the story on that. We spent quite a bit of time down there, actually. They brought up a professional camera crew and did a video. And we're going to attach a press release with the where you can go to the JCDREAM video and then catch up on the latest and what other people think about us and the fact that they mentioned the Department of Energy in there. So that's a real great thing. Now, one of the things that I've been kind of plagued with is this Volkswagen announcement on going ahead with the Gigafactory. In there, they mention the fact that they're going to also be doing recycling. Well, everybody's going to do recycling, and but you know that's easier said than done. So they say their recycling will not be based on so-called thermal recycling, and based on decomposition under inert gas, and we think that that's one way of containing the power in a battery and preventing explosions while you're shredding it. So they're looking at building an environmentally friendly battery. They talk about recycling. They don't go into it. They do mention something interesting. And the recycling recovery rate is supposed to be over 90%, whereby only 50% recycling by weight is currently required by law. Boy, does that law have to be changed. I mean, you can strip half the battery down and you're down to 50% by weight, but you can take all of that battery when you strip it down and recycle it. It's the cathode materials and the anode materials that you have to have a process, a technical process to get those out. And that's something that we do have. But it's interesting that everybody's starting to think about that because sooner or later somebody's going to wake up to the fact that these are not off-the-shelf processes, that, the first in, and we think we're first in and got the best process out there. You can't get much better than close to 100% recovery of all the cathode materials. So I wish everybody all the best of luck when they're working with solvents and peroxides and everything else to try to get metallurgically get the cathode materials out of the batteries, because there's inherent problems with that type of hydrometallurgy, and we know that we have a benign method of doing it. We know that the MOU we have with our potential partners in the Netherlands have a cradle-to-grave solution for actually shredding the batteries. No explosions. All of the power from the existing batteries is stored and used in their shredding process. So, I can't think of a better solution than these combined methodologies to actually work on the batteries. And don't forget, as you'll read in the press release, we're working with the DOE and to actually get a process that will help us, have our standalone shredding recycling technology. Now, there's another piece of news that I've just gone through, and that is that the government is looking at, the U.S. government is looking at a agreement with a group of countries around the world, and 9 so far, that have joined a strategic minerals initiative. And the only country that never showed up to sign that was, it was Canada. And but there's the other countries in that are Australia, Botswana, Peru, Argentina, Brazil, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Namibia, and Philippines and Zambia. So, they're trying to do something about getting these strategic materials corralled, so to speak, so that they're not dependent on so much on China. And that's a good start. That maybe they should take a real good look at recycling. There are companies out there that are trying to recycle the magnets and rare earths. So, and we have a solution for the recycling of lithium-ion batteries, and there's definitely some critical metals and rare metals in that process. So, maybe someday, very soon, people will wake up and realize that, this company has a solution here, and rather than just looking and kicking the tires, maybe we should get involved in it, and that's what we're waiting for. Now, other than that, it's been a fairly decent week. The markets have been mostly sideways, up and down by a little amount, and except for the venture exchange, which seems to be cratering no matter where the price of gold goes. And I've had lots of discussion on that before, so I'm not going to go into it. As all I'll say is that that looks like another repeat of 2011 when the predators knocked the market on its ass. So we're happy to be in the space that we're in. We've got something the world needs, and we're just sitting there chomping at the bit to get it going. We expect that we will start very quickly on working on the battery materials we received from the battery manufacturers and the DOE, and to get the results back to them. So we have no doubt in our minds that we'll return good results.
Larry, for people new to American Manganese, what is your company all about?
American Manganese is a critical metals company that is actually a mining company, but got involved in a manganese project in the U.S. that was very low grade. And we entered into a technology agreement with Cametco to try to commercialize the actual mining of 2 to 3% manganese, and we were very successful at that. We came out with a pre-feasibility study that showed we were in the same area as the Chinese on their higher grades on producing electrolytic metal, manganese metal, and electrolytic manganese dioxide for batteries. So the Cametco recognized that the opportunity was there to recycle because of the chemistries, recycle the cathode materials in batteries, and we've gone through a proof of concept. Now we've gone through a pilot plant test, and we've got 2 patents that have been granted, and we're going to be patenting a 3rd number because you always want to have the best edge you've got when you're competing out in the world market with your process. And So we're getting even the costs down, which were quite low to start with, on our reagents, and we expect that patent to be applied for very quickly. American Manganese is a public company. It trades on the Toronto Venture Exchange under the symbol AMY. It trades in the U.S. under the symbol AMYZF, and on the Frankfurt Exchange trades under the symbol 2AM. You can get all the information to do your due diligence at our website, AmericanManganeseInc.com, or you can phone me at 778-574-4444.
Larry, is there an email address people can go to and also a website?
Yes, the email address is lreaugh, L-R-E-A-U-G-H, at amymn.com. And our website, of course, is AmericanManganeseInc.com.
Larry, thanks a lot for the update.
You're welcome.
My guest has been Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on September 27th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.